Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing quarantine in Thailand. And I've done another video on this topic. I thought I'd go ahead and circle back to this as I think it's pertinent. And I think a lot of people are putting on rose-colored glasses when they're doing their analysis of when and how and under what circumstances Thailand's going to be letting people back in. You know, we did another video where we were talking about these plans to reopen Thailand, and it was made clear in that video, based on the quotes that we were looking at, that Jan 1, 2022 is the earliest that we're seeing officials talk about, Thailand reopening with no restrictions. And a recent article from The Nation, that's nationthailand.com, the article is titled, "Cabinet Approves Plan to Reopen Thailand for Foreign Tourists." This was published March 30, 2021. And just one little snippet out of here that I thought was interesting, quoting directly, "According to the plan's timeline, Thailand will lift all quarantine restrictions on foreign travelers next year," Anucha said. And Anucha is a government spokesperson that was quoted in this article. We urge you to go check out that article on the Nation website, nationthailand.com. The reason for this video, though, is to just kind of reiterate this. I see a lot of this stuff out there in the press. I'm not trying to be a downer here. I do get correspondence from people who say, "Oh, you're always sort of poo-pooing the notion that things are going to start looking up." That's actually not what I'm trying to do. I did a video called "It's Always Darkest Before the Dawn," and we were discussing, look, it's not as bad as people thought it was going to end a lot quicker than it ultimately has. And now I think people think it's going to drag on a lot longer than it possibly will. That said, we all need to be realistic. And when you have government spokesmen saying, look, we're not going to really lift everything off until 2022, January 2022, and that appears to be at the earliest, then I don't think it's overly prudent to presume a lot's going to happen in 2021. I'm not saying nothing's going to happen. I certainly think they're making changes to the quarantine, and hopefully by October we'll have seen big changes. Everybody's hoping this July situation with Phuket, and there's talk of other places. We're all hopeful, but what I'm trying to say is you need to be cautiously optimistic, and you need to look at the situation for what it is, especially in a travel context. You're looking to make arrangements. Most people don't just book a flight to Thailand 3 days before they leave. They're making travel arrangements long in advance. And I think it's prudent to look at the situation for what it is. I'm not sort of warding people off or something. I'm just simply saying, the government spokesmen themselves are saying, and I quote from The Nation Thailand, "According to the plan's timeline, Thailand will lift all quarantine restrictions on foreign travelers next year." And we're reading about this in 2021. So, take that for what it's worth. Obviously, we're going to hope for the best and plan for the worst, but, we may be in 2022 before we really see things lifted and the situation resuming some level of pre-March 2020 normality.